We do hope you are enjoying your Easter holidays as much as we are here at Crime Watch. Hello viewers and welcome to yet another episode of Crime Watch, a program that is proudly brought to you by the ZRP in order to cement police public synergies in the fight against crime. My name is Elliot Kudzai Ganyani, and like all times, I feel excited to have you on board. Members of the public are being warned to be on the lookout for fraudsters who are into card cloning, fleecing members of the public of huge sums of money. One such syndicate was unearthed in Masvingo, and the culprit has since been apprehended. Let us find out more.
CID Masvingo investigated a case of card cloning involving $5 million. This case was reported by a certain private school, which is here in Masvingo. The school matron went to purchase some groceries in a local shop, but an hour later, the credit card was purchasing different items in some shops some 100 kilometers out of Masvingo. The same credit card was also purchasing some groceries in Chipinge and Mutare. So she quickly rushed to CID Masvingo, where she filed a police report. We made a follow-up to the shop where she last did purchases. From the CCTV footage, we noticed that when this lady was doing shopping, there were two guys who were tracking her. They followed her up to the point of sale machine. One of the guys, who was taller than the lady, held the phone at chest level as someone who is recording a video. So when the lady was swiping a card, the guy who was holding the phone leaned even closer to this lady. So we further noticed that the guys did their transactions in Nika, which is some 90 kilometers out of Masvingo. We went to Nika. In the shop, we also noticed the same guys now using a credit card to purchase some goods. We also went to Mutare, where we also observed the same guys. Our investigations led us to Marondera. We also went to Harare in pursuit of these guys. We also went to Victoria Falls. We also went to Bulawayo, up until we managed to arrest one of these guys in Guero. The accused person, namely Fungai Chirisa, was taken to Masvingo Magistrate Court, where he was sentenced to 3 years imprisonment.
We encourage members of the public to keep their PIN numbers as a closely guarded secret. We also encourage you to keep in touch with your banking institutions for latest security measures. Quickly contact your banks or financial institutions should you suspect any suspicious monetary transactions. Remember not to trust strangers because they may tend to be criminals or fraudsters. The Zimbabwe Republic Police is looking for his accomplices, and anyone with information that could help in locating any of these wanted people can kindly contact any nearest police establishment. Moving on, the marginal increase in traffic that usually happens during peak hours and public holidays calls for motorists who comply with police officers in order to enhance a smooth flow of traffic and prevent unnecessary traffic jams. We took to the streets of Harare recently, where there is some commendable partnership between police officers manning various road intersections in the central business district and motorists.
We would like to take this opportunity to appreciate the cooperation that we are getting from members of the public, especially motorists, who are complementing our efforts in ensuring the smooth flow of traffic in all our roads in Zimbabwe. Today I'm going to comment on the road that comes from Chitungwiza leading into the CBD. We have taken an initiative to ensure that this road is managed and ensure that there is smooth flow of traffic, especially during peak periods where we experience traffic jams and traffic congestion. We deploy police officers who at times stop vehicles coming from town and allowing those that coming from Chitungwiza to use or to occupy both lanes. That is the lane that comes from town, going out of town, and then they also occupy the lane that leads into town. We are appealing to members of the public to cooperate and to ensure that they respect the signals or the instructions given by police, because by the time they stop vehicles coming from the town, they would have calculated and realized that there is need to give priority to those that are coming from Chitungwiza to enter into town. We also have some motorists who divert their routes from Seke Road to Chiremba, trying to avoid traditional places of jam. But we are saying there is no need for that, because we are managing the situation. When you divert your own route to occupy the route that is supposed to be used by people from a different suburb, you will be getting traffic jams and traffic congestion. This applies to all other roads that leads into the CBD, but not only in Harare, but in Zimbabwe in general. As long as there is a police officer on any part of the road, whatever signal he gives overrides any other traffic sign or regulation that is in place. We are not talking of police officers alone, for as we have seen, we are doing joint deployments with the Harare City Council, especially in Harare. You realize that police officers from Harare Municipal Police will be also on the roads giving the same signals. So for as long as they are deployed together with police, they carry the same mandate. So we are saying, respect them, respect their signals, don't ever ignore, for if you ignore their signals, you will be likely to cause a disaster.
From that story, we are now taking a short break. Please do not move an inch. Join us in the second segment. We are now in the second segment of Crime Watcher, and thank you for staying tuned. We start this segment with a visit to Mashona and East Province, where police is seized with two murder cases. The first happened in Mutoko, where a 37-year-old man murdered his wife in cold blood before administering poison on the body in order to conceal his shenanigans. Let us find out more from the Provincial Relations Liaison Officer Mashona and East, that is Inspector Chazovachi.
ZRP Murewa is investigating a murder case in which the alleged husband, Unganai Mumanzi, aged 37, killed his wife, Ellen Majero, aged 32, by assaulting and strangling her. On discovering that his wife had died, he took some poison and administered this to his already dead wife, and made a false report to the police that his wife had consumed some poison and died.
In the other case, a 31-year-old man murdered his grandmother before committing suicide.
Patrick Wumba, aged 31, assaulted and killed his grandmother, Anna Wumba, aged 70, alleging her of failing to help him access treatment for an illness he did not disclose. On realizing that he had killed his grandmother, he ran up the mountain and committed suicide. We want to urge members of the public not to resort to violence. Where there are differences, we urge members of the public to make use of church or community elders, or simply to visit the victim-friendly unit at your nearest police station. Or alternatively, you can seek help from professional counselors than resort to committing crimes.
Totally unacceptable and inhuman. Such acts can be prevented if people seek professional guidance when faced with domestic quarrels or social conflicts. Moving on, On road safety issues, the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe was recently in Mutare, where they launched the Easter and Independent Holidays road safety campaigns.
As part of our efforts to curb road carnage during Easter and Independence holidays, Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe will have 23 mobile teams of traffic safety officers and Zimbabwe Republic traffic officers deployed throughout the country on all major highways. This time we are using the carrot and stick approach. That is combining education and ticketing offenders on our roads throughout the country. So, motorists must take it and ensure they strictly adhere to the rules of the road. Our national target under the National Development Strategy 1 is to reduce road crashes, injuries and fatalities by 25% by 2025 and 50% by 2030. It is truly tragic, disheartening and totally devastating that based on current trends and statistics, the majority of those lives that are lost through road traffic accidents during the Easter and Independence periods are the youth between the ages of 20 and 34. It is important for us to take note that most fatal crashes occur during Fridays and Saturdays in the night, and more than 70% of the hit-and-run accidents also happen at night. I therefore urge motorists to minimize travel during these periods. As Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe, we have noted with concern a number of contributing factors that lead to road fatalities in the country during this period. These include, but are not limited to, the following: abuse of alcohol by both drivers and pedestrians, speed which is too high, leading to vehicle control loss or inability to avoid hazards presented by the driving situations, moving violations, e.g. use of cell phones while driving, not wearing seat belts, etc., dangerous overtaking at barrier lines and or overtaking in the face of oncoming traffic. Through collaborative efforts with our stakeholders, we can find new and creative ways to make decisive interventions and save all those precious lives. I believe if we all work together in this fight against road carnage, we can surely win this war on our roads. We also have negligent pedestrians, which includes jaywalking, fatigue, failure to rest after 200 kilometers of driving and overnight driving, stray animals, and overloading, just to mention a few. Together with the Zimbabwe Republic Police and other law enforcement agencies, we have been making gradual progress over the years, and we continue to close the gaps that errant motorists rely on to evade the might of the law. We say safety first. There is no second chance.
The vision of the government can only be attained safety on the road. And for us to realize this safety, there must be commitment from the drivers. And as the Zimbabwe Republic Police, we want to pledge to you, Mr. Mnodawa, and your team, kuti neukama watinawo, the National Safety Council of Zimbabwe, we will continue to work together. We will continue to ensure that campaigns are conducted. We will continue to ensure that education is given to the public, to the drivers, and also to bus operators. Toda kutenda kumanikaland hanzi pazororo rapfuura reChristmas neNew Year tsaona dzanga dziri shoma kuno, uyezve hatina kuita tsaona dziri major dzemabhasi dzakauraya vanhu. Saka izvozvo zvakaitika kuno ngazviitike munyika yese. And chinhu chihombe chinoita kuti tidzivirire tsaona mugwagwa iattitude yadrive. Saka tinokumbira chechi mutibatsirewo kuti pese pamunenge muchifamba, tokumbirawo kuti munomboitawo 2 minutes dzekutaura nevecongregation yenyu nezveroad safety. Motaurawo kuti vanhu vafambe zvakanaka. Vemabhazi, matransporters mataura munomu. Toda kuchallenge zvamataura ngazvezvechokwadi. Kana mati vachaira vasi kumhanya, toda kuzviona pamugwagwa. Kana mati imimi motikari dzenyu dzese dziri pamugwagwa dzine insurance, ngadzive neinsurance. Kana mati imimi motikari dzenyu dzese dziri pamugwagwa hadzina madefects, toda kuzviona, ngadziite mabreaks, matai ngaava akakwanira. Kana apera tai ngarebhiso reiswa rini. Kana motikari ichifanira kuenda kuservice, ngaende kuservice yonoserviswa, toziva kuti apa matransporters maakuchishanda nesu zvakanaka, maakuchicontribute towards the maintenance of law and order in the country. That's your challenge. Hurumende yakakwidza mafines. Izvi zvingadasa level 3 yakusvika pa US $30. Saka na fine ichirwadzai vanhu chityairai zvakanaka. Zororo rinoiri isusu takomita kushanda pamwe chete neTrust Safety Council. Takomita kushanda pamwe chete nevanhu vese vari munomu, zvikwata zvese zvataura zviri munomu. Saka umwe noumwe achiita pake, toda kuzoona results panopera independence holiday.
We continue to witness horror crashes on our roads, with over 80% of them resulting from human error and negligent driving. According to the World Health Organization, on average in the world annually, 1.3 million lives are lost. About 20 to 50 million people suffer some form of injuries on the road and end up with permanent disabilities. While as the Insurance Council and its members, we provide cover to compensate road accident victims, we would rather have insurance compensation as a last resort to assist road victims. So let's all observe the road safety measures that are there for our own good.
My department's activities, particularly during this festive season that is ahead of us, are principally focused to enhance and promote road traffic safety through inspection of vehicles for roadworthiness, and equally so, remove or prohibit all unroadworthy vehicles from the road. It also has to be known that road safety is about all of us, motorists and pedestrians alike.
Sema church tinokurudzira kuti aiwa vana vaMwari, kana uchifamba nemota yako zvako nemhuri yako uchienda kumusha kana uchienda kuchechi, usashandisa cellphone, usamwa doro, usatsvaga mbiri unzi vari kundiona neyandinayo yegore rino yakaipa mota yandakauya nayo. Aiwa, hakuna kwaunosvika.
Ngatishairei zvakanaka, ngatisatyairei takatakwa. Tasvika muzororo rakatikoshera, patiri kupemberera kufa nekumuka kwamambo Jesu, uyo wakatifira pamuchinjikwa, nemaranga ake takaponeswa. Vamwe change tichitravela kwenda kumakereke, vamwe change tichitravela kwenda kumafaro, vamwe change tichitravela kwenda kumamisha, patiri kufamba ngatitedzere mitemo yose muzororo reEaster. Ngatishairei zvakanaka, muzororo reEaster. Ngatisatyairei takatakwa, muzororo reEaster. Ngatitedzere mitemo yose muzororo reEaster. Kumanyisa mota zvina kunaka.
Drive safely to arrive. Remember, speed thrills, but speed also kills. From that story, we are taking a short break. Join us in the third and final segment. We're now in the third and final segment of Crime Watcher. The Zimbabwe Republic please applaud our members of the public for the maximum support they always give in the fight against crime. Just recently, 7 cattle that had been stolen in Beatrice were recovered with the support of members of the public.
Behind me is complainant's head of cattle, which includes the 7 cattle that we recently recovered that were stolen from complainant's paddocks. Recently, we received a case of stock theft where the complainant reported to the effect that his 7 cattle were stolen from the paddocks. We swiftly reacted to the report and attended the scene. On attending the scene, we managed to pick a spoor of 7 cattle that were driven to Mondoro area. We followed the spoor for almost 70 kilometers and it led us to the suspect's homestead. We managed to recover 3 cattle and arrested the suspect. Upon investigations, we established that the suspect had given his mother-in-law 2 of the cattle as bride price. On further investigations, we also recovered 4 remaining cattle at a village in Mondoro area near St. Michael's. The suspect was sent to Chitungwiza court and is remanded in custody. Value of the stolen stock is $1,700 and all was recovered.
It is now time for people who are on the police wanted list. Ndodana Moyo, aged 43, of village 14, Topo, Chief Deli in Susa, is wanted by Insusa police for a stock theft case. Insusa police is also looking for Pony Siena Chabalala, aged 42, of Njubalala village, Chief Deli Sawmills in Insusa, for yet another case of stock theft. Chikato police is looking for Anesu Chikomo of house number 1930, 3rd Street, Siska, Mashingo, for a rape case. Should you have information that might help in locating any of these wanted people, please feel free to visit or contact any nearest police establishment. Alternatively, you can link with us on any of the following details. Our national complaints desk number is 0242 703 631. You can visit our website www.zrp.gov.zw. You can email us on feedback@zrp.gov.zw. Link with us on our Twitter handle @PleaseZimbabwe or like us on our Facebook page, Zimbabwe Republic Please. You can also watch all Crime Watch episodes on the ZRP YouTube channel, Zimbabwe Republic Please. It really has been a pleasure having you along. Until we meet again next time, do enjoy the rest of your Easter holidays. From I, Elliot Kudzai Ganyani, the Crime Watch crew behind the scenes, and the Zimbabwe Republic Please, do enjoy the rest of your viewing and take care.